Braided fishing line versus mono fishing line. Which one is better and which one should you use? Well, it depends. Let's break it down with some pros and cons for each. Some pros for the braided line is that it is objectively stronger than monofilament line. It will allow you to cast way further than you could with monofilament line. And it's going to last longer on your reel before needing to be replaced. And there's also no stretch with braided line. So you have the potential likelihood for better bite feel and better hook sets. Now, some cons for the braided line is that it is going to be more expensive. It's going to be visible in the water, meaning fish could see it, and then you risk getting less bites because the fish will see the line. And lastly, braid does have a tendency to get wind knots and get knots in the spool, and it's really, really annoying to try and get those out. Now, onto some pros for the monofilament line. It is going to be cheaper than braid, in some cases way cheaper than braid. Monofilament line does have some stretch to it, so if a fish takes your bait and runs really, really hard, the stretch will absorb the shock and you have a less likelihood of breaking off. The last pro of monofilament line is that it typically looks clear like this. It can come in a couple of different colors, but for the most part, this is what you're gonna get. It does show up clear in the water, meaning fish will not see your line, therefore leading to a more natural bite consistency. Now moving on to some cons. The sun does damage this line more often than it would braid, so you could potentially have to change it out more often due to damage and weakness. Mono does not cast as far as braid, so if you're trying to reach a spot super far across the water, you may or may not be able to get there with monofilament line. Monofilament line can retain memory from the spool, meaning if it retains memory too much, it'll start to twist and curl, and that can create knots, bird nest, backlash, and other hassles that are not fun to deal with. So to answer the question, which one is better and which one should you use? My personal opinion, I use both. I like both. I don't think one is better than the other, but I do believe that there are some different applications where one should be used over the other. Now, if you're just going fishing recreationally, pond hopping, or if you want to save a little bit of money, I would recommend using monofilament line. That's going to be your best bet for those type of situations. Now, if you're planning on going fishing in larger bodies of water, targeting bigger fish, or going out in the salt, then braid is going to be your best bet for those situations. If you are using braided line while saltwater fishing, I would recommend tying on a leader to that, but that's a whole other can of worms that we'll dive into at a later point in time. Try both, get experience in both, get confident with both, and ultimately have fun. If you enjoy this content, like, comment, and subscribe, and follow along for more. Tight lines.